Another from the desk of Lady Ada.
Yay, it's my desk.
Yeah, so
It's
this
like,
is you on
literally.
Periscope. You're also on YouTube Live. I'll confirm in a moment, but it's youtube.com/Adafruit/live.
Wow. Hold on, I just have to. All my stuff got moved.
Everything's moved.
Everything got moved. So it's just
Everything is moved.
I know. I'm gonna clean my desktop a little bit. There's some things I was working on. Okay.
Okay, we're all done.
All right, sweet. So, well, I have this. I was gonna do this real fast. I have this open OCD. I'm doing this ST link to NRF 51822. I'm gonna see if that works. Open up my shell. Let's see. Does able link run? No, that doesn't run yet. Ooh, I wonder where it got installed. Let's see. Projects.
Yeah, what are you working on tonight?
Well, right now I'm kind of poking at some BLE stuff, but I'm going to end very shortly.
BLE as in Bluetooth Low Energy?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm going to probably stop in a little bit. I just want to see if I can get this up and running.
Does any other engineer broadcast live like this on like firmware hacking and EagleCAD?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no one does. That was a loaded question, as they say.
That was a loaded question.
As they say in the business.
Oh man, do not like. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to start the hip channel and I'll put it over here. Okay, meanwhile, you can never wait around. I'm going to test out some new prototypes. I've got new Fona 3G Shield. You can tell it's a prototype. It's purple. We do not ship purple PCBs at this time. We just got the American version because I had some extra modules, and I built 2 of each. And the reason I built 2 of each is because one often doesn't work. And yeah, these are prototypes. What we do is we paste down using a little syringe, and we place all the parts, and then we just put it through the oven in between other ovening type stuff. So I got 2 of these. They're probably good to go. Pretty much just took the breakout version and then like shifted it into a shield. But of course I still have to test it. So I'm gonna like set it onto a Metro and then do that. So I'm going to do some soldering, as it were. Get that going. Shift this into a safer locale. I didn't bring any bumpers with me. I gotta grab some bumpers from the office next time we're there. So we can get bumping. Okay, no bumpers. Grab a stick of header. Okay. And then fit this on top. Fits okay. Good for some soldering. Okay, header's done. Now, one of the things that often happens is the SIM card holder floats. A little bit of a floaty issue. So often cold solder joints, and they look fine, but just for my sanity, I'm gonna just touch these up a little bit. Make sure they're nice and connected. Nothing worse than it's just like you can't get on the network and you're like, why? It turns out it's like, oh, it's the SIM card is like loose on one of the pins. Okay. So that's that. Next up, we need a battery. Connect up the battery. Okay, nothing caught on fire, so that's good. And this can, okay, that's actually a good sign. So that's off, that's charging, and then this is on, and then it takes a few seconds for this to light up. And I'm going to power the Metro and then put it into charge mode. Okay, so yellow light means charging, so that's good. Just gonna charge the battery while I hook at this. Next up, just for fun, I'm going to connect an antenna, even though I'm not putting a SIM card in yet. Mostly because I want to make sure everything else is running. Okay, it's looking good. Let me see. So the connections are RX, TX reset, and then key should be tied to ground. I'm not lighting up. Okay, well, we'll see what's up. Okay. So over on the computer, I'm gonna wait for Arduino. Oh, there's 6 of them. No. Okay, let me get some other stuff going on. I will open up the Sona 3G test. This looks promising. Okay, so might change this in the library. Okay. Ooh, what port is this? Let's guess 134. That's not the right port. I wonder what port it's connecting to. It's not this. Oh, it must be my console cable. Okay, that one's right. Well, this is really warm. Could be bad. Oh. Uh-oh. Ah. Not finding it. It's annoying. Got the battery in place. Yeah, this is like super toasty. I don't like how toasty this is. Well, it's not working, which could mean bad hardware design or just this one isn't built so well.
You can do those like commercials that I used to see on TV, like it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kid is? It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your 3G module is?
Oh, you know what? There's a whole bunch of these pins that don't look connected. Alright, maybe I'll put together this one. Let's see if this one looks better. This one looks more solid. I should have put this one together first. Okay. Let's try the second one. Though we have 2 shots. Yeah, this is like super warm. Feel how warm this is.
Yeah, it's too hot.
It's a little too hot. Okay. Well, doing a second one's free. And if this still doesn't work, then I can't really do this kind of work here because I don't have the right equipment to do hot air and anything fine pitch. So I'll just do it when I get to the office. All right. Attempt number 2. Okay. Yeah, the other one had a couple of sort of sketchy looking pads. This one looks less sketchy. I don't think there's a hardware failure in design because like it's from the breakout. I just took the breakout and I split it into a shield. There's not a lot going on there. I mean, it totally can happen because things happen, but I also know that when you hand solder, like your yield is way lower than when you pick in place. Let's see. Yeah, this one's not getting really hot. Oh, it's getting warm. Okay, so these 2 lights mean that the module booted. So that's very promising. The other one didn't. Who knows why. Okay, so doesn't mean it's got to the network, but it did manage to boot. So try this again. Reset, so lights went off. It's booted, but it's not responding. I wonder if I swap the RX and TX. That would be silly. Okay, time to probe. Get a good ground wire on here and take a peek. Okay. So now I can measure all sorts of voltages. So measure. I use that scope cam. Let's measure VBAT.
Do you have a stencil made for this prototype, or did you manually apply paste?
You manually apply paste.
Okay.
Okay.
No one is holding the camera. We use camera stands.
We have a camera stand, yeah.
That'd be weird.
All right. Oh, come on. Okay, VBAT's at 4, so that's pretty reasonable. Just probe directly. Okay, VBAT is 4.05. That's fine. Now I'm going to pull up the breakouts. 2SM, 3G. Oh, actually, this is Shields from 3G Web A. Okay. So that's that. VBAT. Ground. Now where's my 2.8? Vaguely remember being. Ah. 2.8. It's over here. I'll measure that. 2.7. Okay, that power supply is fine. So let's look at reset. I think is fine.
Someone says, make us show the real world Adafruit. We are. Done.
Okay.
That was pretty easy.
RX. RX, so TX is 2. Actually, I got them get RX into, whoa. Oh my God. No, I got that one right. RX is 2. Okay, so let's. Probe here and okay, definitely see data, and I see some sort of data coming through. Oh, you know what? I think I remember this. I think that these modules need to be 115. That was the problem. Yeah, the default baud rate for these is 115.2 kilobaud, and then what you have to do is manually set the baud rate to be lower. They don't have auto baud, which sucks. But that's the trade-off you have for 3G. The 3G modules use a totally different chipset. The normal phones use this MT6260 chipset, which is a really nice chipset. And yeah, see, so now I'm actually getting replies. Yay! I kind of die here, but you can see it's saying AT received, AT response, ATE 0 send, AT 0 response. So yeah, the chipset for the Fona 808 like this, and the Fona 800 has auto baud detection. So if you start talking to it 4800 baud and you send like AT commands, it knows it's like, oh, I booted up and the first thing that you sent me was AT, yeah. But at like 9600.
I remember when modem started doing that. You didn't have to tell what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
So the Fona The phone 800s and the 808 do that because they use the MediaTek chipset, and MediaTek does a really good job with chipsets. So the Qualcomm chipset that's in here, and Qualcomm owns all the patents for like 3G, so you have to use Qualcomm.
Yeah.
They don't do Autobot. So it's been like a month since I did the phone at 3G, but now I remember you have to go to. I wrote a tutorial, yeah, phone at 3G set baud. So what this does is manually sets the baud rate for you. So I'm going to upload this sketch.
Is it possible to do any detection on your own?
No, because I mean, yes, I could, but it would just tell me that the default rate is 115 because I remember that the default rate's 115.
Not useful.
Not useful. So now it already ran, so it probably already did the whole thing. But it will try to, yeah, it connects, and then it does this, and it's like IP Rex. That means change the baud rate, and now the baud rate's good. You can see like it at 115 it responds, and then I tell it no, like force 4800. Then you can go to 4800, and then it responds properly and gives me my EIN. Okay, so that's now I remember. That was a while ago. So now I can go back to 4800 here, re-upload. Nice front and center. Writing the flash. Do 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 do. Writing. Okay, done verifying. Okay, so now it's actually responding. It's happy. Hooray! I can do stuff like read the battery voltage, and it will say my battery is 3.9 volts, which is about right. If I ask it to read the SIM CCID, it'll say error. It's because there is no SIM CCID. So what I'm going to do now is quit, unplug this, it's completely powered down. I don't really need my scope anymore. Take my test SIM. That there. I can reconnect. And you often have to do a full power down to get SIMs to get recognized. If you're having a problem with the SIM card and SIM cell module, remove all batteries and then plug in the SIM card. I think that's to do with detection or something. Okay, so now if I do a CCID, it says, yes, you have a CCID. Great. People out there can now hack my SIM. So now, okay, so I tested the SIM, so that's good. I'm going to check the RSSI. Okay, that's not so great. 8. Okay, so jump from 0 signal to 8. It takes a little bit longer for these modules to get on network. And now you'll see the network light is blinking. That means it was able to connect to the network. So check the RSSI, about 8, and that seems to be enough. You can then get the network status, and it's registered. So the cell part works. The level shifter works. The SIM card part works. Now I'm going to do some tests for other things. For example, oh, this should be in charge mode. Yeah, they'll probably reset it. Yeah, reset it. So now it's going to charge the battery. So now I can do stuff like let's see. I can play audio tones. I can test with my headphones. That's it. Can plug this in and listen for tones. get the audio stuff working. Play tone. Yeah, that worked. Okay, you can hear tones. I can. There's not going to be. Well, I can enable the GPRS. I don't know if the GPRS is going to work. How do they have GPRS on this sim? Maybe. Okay. Well, I don't want to make phone calls because I'll have to put your phone number on, so I'm not going to do that. But so far, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. So far, so good. So headphone works. I'll test the microphone by calling you. It connects to the network. It's on the network now. GPRS works. Close GPRS. Oh, you know what I can do? I can send a SIM. So I can read all SMSs. So there's no SMSs. So I can send an SMS. And here's what I do. Sneaky. I send an SMS to 4044. That's Twitter. And if you just send the command help, it will auto reply. So this is a really easy way to test your SMSs. You gotta give it a second to reply. Really? Send an SMS to a different. This is 4045. I think about SMSs, you don't know for sure that they got there. Come on, reply. Let's wait. No, I wonder what happened to this phone. This phone didn't make it. Bad phone. Good phone. However, like it seems like I only have to do like 2 more tests. I have to test the audio subsystem. I'll test GPS. I'll do that in the office because I don't have a window nearby to test the GPS. Other than that, this is pretty much good to go. Like it's just based off of the breakout board. So not a lot going on there. I'm not sure cram everything on here. Like there's even enough space to have a header breakout over here. I didn't bring any speakers, so I can't do the speaker test. But yeah, I have like a checklist of like what do I have to check on this shield before I can ship it. But looks pretty good. So we'll have a phone shield for 3G. And uses a lot of power, but it's okay. And it's single-sided. Put the SIM card on top. Got level shifting, and you can change your desired audio level over here. You can have a stacking header if you want. Has GPS. I'll have the bias on by default because I actually couldn't figure out how to get GPS without bias. Always seem to require bias. I didn't get any SMSs. That's not good. Why not? Nobody loves me. That's so sad. Okay. Well, I'll continue this later. I'm gonna go back to my Adalink testing. This over here. Let that sit. Think about what it's done. Okay, next up. Got the Adalink test going on here. Oh, I have to kill my micro USB. Okay, bye-bye. Goodbye. 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 Okay. Power this. Okay, Ada Python setup.py. Let's see, that's what he says. He says. Okay, put in develop, and then C, Python scripts. Okay, it'll link is in there, so I have to my environment variable, the end, put. I totally love command. It's the best way to have a shell, like by far. Like anybody who wants like autocomplete and copy paste built in, I don't know, weak. Okay. Oh, still not working. Okay, well, I can do it manually. Okay, yay, Adalink. Okay, Adalink is our way of having an ST link, which is over here. Kind of can't see it, but whatever. ST link connect to NRF 51A22 BLE. So it's my first time using it. Let's see, options. We'll have verbose, and we'll do NRF 51A22. PST link. Ooh, did it find it? Okay, I think it found it. Only one way to find out for sure is unplug a wire and see if output's different. Yeah, okay, so it did find it. Yay! Okay, so next up, these are great, these ST links. I'm actually going to,
This show brought to you by ST-Link.
ST-Link!
Linking all your STs.
I'll show us the ST-Link just because the ST-Link is so great. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm long as a wholesaler. That's okay.
I'm going to make the joke too many times that people are going to say, well, you know, Adafruit has all this sponsorship from ST-Link.
Oh, is it ST-Link?
Laughing all the way to the ST Bank.
Okay, so we have the ST-Link. This thing is great. This is like 12 bucks, and it comes with like all this stuff. And like you can connect to, well, you can connect to ST microcontrollers, but we also have it connecting to LPCs, like the NXP chips. Let's see, we've got the STM32F2, NR51A22 Nordic, and then LPC NXP chips. So it's like you can use OpenOCD to talk to it. Just a standardized protocol. And it's like I love J-Links. Don't get me wrong, J-Links are like totally awesome, but sometimes you really want something that's $12. ST-Link is the best. So let's see, testing, Bluefruit Micro.
If it's not ST-Link, it's probably something else.
Sheesh. I have to figure out the commands. This is my testing code that I use. I will let's get the commands out of here. So I use a J-Link, so I can't just run this code. What is it? ST-Link or A-Link? Okay. So I'm gonna go to this directory. Okay. So I've got Adalink, ST-Link, NRF. Oh, you know, this was the previous version, but maybe that doesn't matter. And then, let's see, NRF program. And then I have to program in BLE, SPI friend, underscore hex, BLE, SPI friend signature, bootloader, and soft device. I can't remember how you do this with this version. So I do Python and main. Oh no, because I have to get. Oh no, I gotta use this version. Ugh. Well, what if I just program in one thing? Is it W? Options. Nice, more useful options. How do you do this? Programmer wipe. Okay, I can do that. Program hex path bin. Okay, I used to use program dash hex. Okay. Let's do dash dash program dash hex. Not valid. Not valid. Base address is not valid. What's up with that? You have to do them all at once.
Okay, how much longer are you going to do this?
Well, I'm just gonna like mess around with this because they changed this program a little bit, so I have to figure out what the new exciting instruction. I was like, oh, I'm gonna like hard code this in, and Tony and K-Town were like, oh no, we're gonna update it. I'm like, that's why I'm hard coding it in, so now I have to like figure out what the new version is. Shoot. Yeah, well, Tony is out. And I don't know exactly how they want me to do this, so I'm gonna take a break. When they get back, they can let me know the magic to tell it what address to go to. I have to do a wipe first. I mean, it found it. No, still didn't like it. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna wait, and then like probably they'll show up in like a half an hour. He said he was going out. He'll come back and they'll be like, "Oh yes, you need the dash dash thingy command." See if I can do dash info. I mean, it found everything about it. It's like it definitely is talking to the chip. Like it found the chipset, it found the speed. It's like you're talking to an NRF Quacka or whatever it's called. All right, well, I got talking.
What?
I got talking. That's pretty good. That's
You
pretty
know,
good.
talking.
That's a good stopping point
Okay,
for me.
someone wants to know, is there any type of like engineering course on the format of an online college class? Examples for novices are pretty tough. I'm going to say if you go through the Make Electronics book and then learn a little bit of processing and learn Arduino, that'll determine if you want to continue. Because I don't think, if you're just going to be self-taught, you should start with that. because that'll be very clear. Like, I'm so interested that I built some circuits. I learned some programming, and like processing. You don't need electronics, but then once you learn that, you can move over to Arduino, and then you do a project, and then it's like you have all the pieces to make like 99% of the things you see out there.
Yeah.
That is my prescription.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's a good idea.
Yeah. I guess if they get past that, then I would say there's so many choices. But that's the first one, and most people, like, they'll either stay at that or they'll be like, oh, I'll get to it one day. But I think that's the ones to really check out. So, like, processing for programming, and then the Make Electronics book by Charles Platt. You can do those.
Yeah, this one's JLink, but maybe I can. Where's JLink? Dude, I hate PowerShell so much. It sucks. Okay. Ugh, God. All right, this is scripts. Oh, God. Hate it when RM crashes. Oh, come on. Give me a break. All right. Well, I can't delete files, so I think I should take a break.
Is it Windows?
There's Windows. It says RM, it's crashing. I can't delete a thing. It won't let me delete. There's too much. Yeah, it's Windows 7.
This show brought to you by Windows 7. If it's not Windows 7, it's probably Windows 6.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no Windows 6.
Yeah, all right. That's it. Okay. Bye, folks.
All right.
Well, I should say, as always, the Adafruit shows, Desk of Lady Ada, and everything we do is supported by you, the community and customers out there. Please buy something in our store so we can keep doing
we can
this.
afford a proper RM.
Yeah.
We can get a useful shell.
Yeah. Adafruit doesn't have loans or venture capital. We are only supported by the stuff you buy in our store. So pick something up.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Come on, make clean. Okay, so it works here. Yeah.
If this works out, every engineering company will have to do this. They'll have to do broadcasts to show people what they do. You'll have to see the engineers and understand what they do. If this is so successful, there'll be no choice.
Okay, but like most of my engineering is fails because I can't RM. Turns out this other shell works.
But
Like
this
MHV shell doesn't.
But you can
But
get
the command. I mean, like in Linux, like you don't have to worry about like your shell not being able to delete a file. They can all delete files.
But this is Windows. And Windows is different.
Anyhow, once I get past the problem is, you know, it's like with the engineering, like the hardware is easy. It's like the circuit board layout's never the problem. It's just like, oh, I have to get like the compiler to work, or like can get the
You have to get
program.
your tool chain going.
Like tool chain involved. This is a for serious tool chain. I'm gonna have to
Working
compile
on the
here.
railroad. You have to lay down tracks.
I have to like do make files and make files.
All right. Well.
So hardware's not hard. It's all the
stop this.
other stuff. Yay. It's an error. Linking failure. Make clean again. Well, you know, it's always good to like make clean twice. You never know. Twice the clean. Good news, I'll have to do this once. Then once it's working, I just clone the firmware. Good to go.